What up, everybody? Big D coming at you. Got a great show for you tonight. Oh, man, I've been working hard. My beer looks like trash. Holy cow. Wow. Anyway, before we get started, hey, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, please. It helps out the analytics and helps grow the channel so I can continue to do these great shows that you know and love. And of course, pinned in the comment section. And also down in the description, I got my link tree there. Go support my advertisers, sponsors, and preferred retail partners. They help continue to keep all the programming going that you know and love, and your support goes a long way. Make sure you take advantage of the exclusive promo codes only available to my viewers out there to save you some coinage. I've been looking forward to this show. Man, these guys, I had them on last year. Their stuff's phenomenal. They blew up. They had a drop that came out in January that is just, it's so hot. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. Every time it would drop in any retail shop that had it, said, we got it. I go to buy it, sold out. So, I had to go straight to the source to get mine, and I'm excited to smoke it. And I'm going to smoke it tonight for the first time. This 5-country blend just looks like a total banger by everything that's in it. I see somebody in the chat, so I'm guessing he's the one that made it. So I already know it's going to be good. And yes, I am aware the Facebook stream still is not working. I don't know why. I will post a link to send everybody over to here that's trying to get in on the Facebook link, but I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with it. Every time I run my test on it, it works fine. But the moment that actually, need it to work, it doesn't. And I don't know. I can't tell you why. So we'll get it figured out at some point, but I don't know when, where, how, or when, why. or how. But anyway, let's bring on our guest tonight. Veteran-owned company out of Pensacola, Florida. They just make bangers, and that's all I need to say. We've got the crew from Haze Cigars on there. We got Rui, Pedro, and Valerie. Welcome.
What's going on? How you doing?
Good, man. I'm glad to get you guys on. It's been a little over a year. You guys were kind of getting rolling, and I had you on last year, and then you came on the show, and then you guys blew up. I'm not going to say I'm taking credit for it, but seems kind of odd that after you guys come on my show, all of a sudden you take off.
Hey, we appreciate it. We'll give you some credit for sure.
That's right. I'm not saying it's all me. I'm just so I'll hand it over to you guys to kind of officially introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, so I'm Ramos, one of the founders of Haze Cigars.
I'm Valerie. I do all of our social media marketing for Haze Cigars.
And I'm Pedro Ramos, one of the co-founders of the Haze Cigars.
Excellent. So, in January, you guys had a new drop that came out there. The Ramos Domar.
Close.
We'll give
Close.
it to you.
We'll give it to you.
I am sure it's a Portuguese.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so if it was Spanish, I would have no problem with it,
It's pretty close, man. It's pretty close.
Hermaos?
Irmãos.
Hermos. Okay.
Yeah. It's in translation, it's Brothers of the Sea.
Okay. I kind of think that was where I was going to go with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we came up with that name simply because it was the first cigar that we were blending with Ish over at Rodriguez Sullivan Cigar Factory, and being that it was a collaboration, we're like, hey, let's think of something to come up to kind of pay homage to both heritages, and so Ish being Spanish, us being Portuguese, the countries are side by side with each other, and pretty much in the 1600s. We ruled both nations ruled the world. We owned half of the world, the globe. So I thought it was pretty fitting, and that's where the band came in with both the Portuguese flag and the Spanish flag. And it's just going to get better from there. We're with our second core line, we're really going to start tapping into our heritage. Something that we've always said we wanted to do is tell our story through our cigars, especially with the names and everything. So this second core line, we're going to see a lot more heritage coming out.
That's good. Now I'm reading the card here on that. So Brazilian, Portuguese, Spanish, African, and Nicaraguan are the makeup of this cigar.
Yeah.
That is impressive. And of course, if there's one guy who you could go to get off the wall tobacco from anywhere in the world, it would be Ish.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's one thing that my brother and I sat down and we talked, we were talking it over and what direction we wanted to go with as our second year came up and we wanted to launch another core line. My brother's like, I really want to start thinking outside the box. I want to get creative. And I couldn't agree more. But we just, at that time, we didn't know who to go to, right? John Aldi, we approached John Aldi and picked his brain a little bit. And he goes, dude, you have somebody in your backyard, hit him up. So we went down to the TPA event down in West Palm, and my brother and I sat down with Ish, and we kind of told him what we wanted, So back up a little bit. My brother and I, when we were little, we used to eat this Portuguese pastry back in the old country. And we wanted some of the similar notes in that cigar to kind of mimic that pastry. So when we sat down with Ish and asked him, hey, is this something we can do? He kind of smirked like that wasn't even a challenge. And we're like, okay, here we go. So we told him what we wanted, and I had my little notebook with all our notes in it, and he kind of brushed that notebook aside, like he already had in his head what he wanted, right? One of the things that we did want in our tobacco for the core line was Portuguese tobacco. So fast forward, that was July. I think it was like September time frame. We went to Jacksonville for a boutique cigar festival, and he came out with these samples, and he gave us each a sample, and it was great. And but it wasn't finished yet, he said. Well, it was a great cigar, and so he tweaked it. In the meantime, we were like, hey, let's use that one that we tasted in Jacksonville for a cut and light cigar. And when he finishes the Imam Jamad, we'll have our first cigar for our first core line, and then we have a special event cigar. Well, Ish being Ish, he couldn't hold back. He tweaked the blend that we smoked in Jacksonville, and that's when the Bussola was born. So the Bussola is coming out in July, and it was so good that we decided we can't make this a cut and light. We got to add it to our core line. So it's kind of we have to tweak a few things in order of what we're going to have released. But that cigar, the Imam Jamad, has a lot of notes in it that remind us of that pastry. Yeah, that's it right there.
That there, and this is the one that's dropping in July.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I have smoked it, people. I have smoked it. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, because if I tell you about it, it's just going to ruin it. So you're going to have to wait on that, Here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's what I'll tell you, but you'll have to wait for the official review to come out probably later this week. It does gain certified banger status.
Like it.
Thank you.
But yeah, so we released that one in January. We're still excited. When we sat down with Ish down at his house and started blending with him, we left the hotel and we were like, hey, we're gonna come out with out of this meeting with Ish with 2 blends tops. And by the time we left this house, we walked out of there with 6 blends. So we are locked in for probably the next 3 years with blends that we want to release.
It's that easy going over to the lab there at Ish's place to go. I have one thing in mind and to leave with 27.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it was an experience, and we've all agreed it's an experience that we'll never forget. And we're looking forward to a lot more sit downs with Ish and a lot more blending sessions with Ish. And it's just, the sky's the limit with working with Ish. It's, we're excited, and we're super happy with the partnership that we have with them, because we feel that some of the ideas that we have, he can actually help us out with them and accomplish it, right? Like,
sure.
I think I've told the story before. We're new to the game, and of course with Ish, we can get tobacco from 71 countries. And one night I was getting ready to go to bed, and I'm watching YouTube, and it was the top 25 things you didn't know about Massachusetts. And one of the top 25 was Massachusetts grows tobacco. So I immediately text messaged Ish, and I was like, "Hey, how come I'm only finding out that Massachusetts is growing tobacco?" And his response to me was, "You never asked." And so my brother and I and Val, we'll all sit down and we'll be brainstorming, and my brother will come off the top rope with some freaking country that I never heard of, and it's like, let's ask Ish. But if we don't ask, we won't know. So
if they grow tobacco there, Ish has it. That's the way I look at it. Yes,
Yes.
Out there.
Yep.
Ish did respond he's in the chat. He said he has a cut and light cigar for you guys. It's called No Cigar.
That just means we have to go down to his place and come up with one now.
Yeah, it's there. So,
yeah.
What throws me about this cigar is that with that Arapiraca wrapper on here, I was expecting something incredibly darker than what you got, just because that's typically using a aged Maduro on that. And this has more, to me, when I saw it before I looked at the cards, thought it was more on the Habano side.
Yeah.
But I do pick up that Brazil, I am picking up those Brazilian notes out of the cigar. The thing that's throwing me off here is that Portuguese binder.
Yep. Yeah, and I've never smoked Portuguese tobacco.
This is my first time, unless Ish has it in some of other blend that I don't know about.
Yeah, I don't think he does. From what we understand, that's the first time Portuguese tobacco has been used. I mean, me personally, like I said, I've never smoked it, so when we smoked it for the first time, it really threw us for a loop. And the funny thing is as we were smoking it, those notes that were coming through, I mean, it was spot on to exactly what we wanted, especially all the way up to the end. I'm not going to say a word, but my brother mentioned it yesterday. You're going to like the final third of that cigar. You're going to like it, just based off of the last time we came on your show.
It's there. It's different. The Spanish tobacco on there, which they're African, which I've had in his other blends there. So nothing out of the ordinary on it. But the Portuguese, now that is impressive on that. And I'm trying to decipher here how much of the taste within the binder is playing on my palate right now. That's kind of where I'm sitting on it. This is a very good cigar. Like I was anticipating something more, but it's giving me something better than what I anticipated. I'll put it that way.
It gets better. We're looking forward to hearing your input and your reaction.
All right, Ish, I'm aware it's Mother Nature on that. It's just, look, a lot of people go for the darker age wrapper on the Brazilian, and when more and more brands go that route, your brain gets stuck in that. So when you think Brazilian, you're looking for a darker Maduro wrapper, not something on the lighter side. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, first looks on there, I go, oh, it's a Habano. It's some sort of Habano wrapper. But then when I read the card, I go, oh, really? Okay. But trust me, the Brazilian tastes are there. It's what I expect out of it. I'm just saying that, when you think of a wrapper, when somebody says it, if I said, oh yeah, it Brazilian, first thought in your mind is, aren't you going to go to a more darker wrapper, more Maduro-like, based upon everything that you've seen out there? So yeah, when you see something a bit lighter, it throws your senses for a loop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But we all know Ish paints his tobacco, so it's okay. And bleaches and that,
Hey, did you hear that? I just heard Ish screaming down in West Palm.
Oh, you hold on. We will all hear him here in a second. What a good stick!
He's going to be knocking on your door here in about 5 minutes.
I know he'll be knocking on my door. I won't be surprised if I check my phone and there's a text message from him.
Yeah. A death threat.
I know. He's like, I thought we've worked out this. Yeah, very good. So far, very good. Here, halfway through this first third on the cigar, and I'm loving the flavor profile on it. I can honestly see just through the first third just this cigar is constantly sold out. Just from where I'm at now, I'm like, this is really good.
Yeah,
I can see why it's out. Man, I tried so many times to score this, and every time an email alert would go out in stock, I like, oh, cool. I go to buy it out of stock.
Yeah, the feedback that we've been getting from some, the lounges that are carrying our that cigar has been phenomenal. The events that we do here locally, my brother and I were talking the other day, and I told him, I said, we do have, because I'm watching the sales, I'm watching our inventory, and I told him, I said, bro, you do know we have other cigars in our portfolio, right? He goes, I can't help it. He's like, as soon as I start talking about the tobacco that's in there, people just gravitate to it, and they love it. And we have people that are following us around town, wanting to buy just that cigar, right? Because they've fallen in love with it. So it definitely we achieved exactly what we were looking to do.
All right, that's the sign right there. Is that it's always sold out.
Yeah.
That there kind of gives you everything you need to know about the cigar, how good it is, and the fact that I've seen probably 2 or 3 drops since it initially came out, where it restocked and immediately sold out. So that right there is the testament that I think that it's a great cigar was manufactured on that, and you teamed up with a great guy with Ish. And you also have his vast inventory of exotic tobaccos to choose from, and his ability for importing and distribution. So you kind of get full service with Banff that a lot of manufacturers don't give you.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing with him too. It's we could call him, text him, and he responds within seconds and gives us the feedback or the information that we need, and he's always there for us. I mean, it's like I said, we couldn't pick a better manufacturer to team up with and really help us boost our name and in our portfolio.
Oh yeah, I think it's great. Is he selling these on his website or no?
No, not yet.
He's just handling the making and bringing them to you.
Yep.
That's awesome. I want to shift a little bit over here to Val. She's your social media guru. The posts that I see on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok are phenomenal. They're eye catching. The music's great. It's not something that you just kind of click over when it goes. Like you immediately grab the attention, and I find myself watching the whole video. And I think you do so good at that. You've mastered that social media aspect.
Thank you. That means a lot. Try to keep it going. So I'm glad to hear feedback that it's catching your attention. That's what we want.
I mean, right off the bat, you get it. You started off the bat. It's catchy. You've got good music behind it that kind of makes you want to drag and listen. And then everything that you build into really that ad slot is phenomenal. So, good job.
Thank you.
I'm technologically stupid. I can't do anything cool like that. In my y'all see my promo cards and you see my posts. You know there's that there's nothing fancy about what I do.
Yeah, no, she does. And the thing with our social media, it's all like I think we're just shy of 3,000 followers, but it's all organic. Like those are a solid 3,000 followers, 3,000-ish that we have just cultivated and just it's been growing week after week, month after month. And in this industry, it's really hard. I hear Valerie getting frustrated all the time because our desks are pretty much side by side. I could hear her getting frustrated, or we got dinged for something because she said smoke or whatever it is. They got those trigger words, and for her to be able to do what she's doing and helping us grow the way we're growing is hands down just a great job.
It's the one thing that the small and boutique brands, I think, have over the big brands, which is your ability to relate via social media. And especially during the fake China virus, you guys, the small brands out there embraced it where the big brands didn't, which I think led to this nice big explosion from the small brands out there because they had the ability to reach people through social media that the big brands didn't. And it took the big brands 3 years to kind of get onto that same level. But by then things have already changed so much. And, and I think that's what's kept a lot of the longevity going is the ability to adapt and to use social media correctly, which Val does a fantastic job.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like this cigar a lot, guys.
We're glad you like it.
I'm almost through the first third, and I don't need to continue on with drawing it out, but we are getting it. The Drooly does come out.
Nice.
Through the first third, it is a drool bucket worthy cigar, which should be a surprise to nobody, especially those that have smoked this cigar. And I've read a lot from people who post about it, and it made me jealous. I could not get my hands on one till now, but it is definitely drool bucket worthy. It does get a nice the drooly.
We appreciate it. Thank you,
man. Appreciate it.
So with the big growth that you guys saw from 2025 into 2026, you guys are crushing it. Where are you seeing yourself going in 2027?
Man, a few more blends for sure. We're releasing 2 this year. We're going to release 2 more next year. We definitely more lounges, which to us, before 2024, we're wet behind the ears, brand new. We're trying to learn the game a little bit. 2025, we started gaining a little bit of traction, started getting into some lounges, but we were actually chasing the lounges, right? Where 2026 now, lounges are actually calling us. And so that was a great feeling. And I feel like in 2027, with the next, with a few more releases under our belt, definitely growth in the lounge scene, and just, growing more and more,
The one big thing that I noticed, especially with a lot of your growth from last year to this year, has been you guys teaming up there with the Wolfpack Cigar Club out there, and having Yosley just be the ultimate ambassador for you guys, and really getting out there and his networking that he has. And I think a lot of lounges really got behind you and started grow with your growth when he started really being like, if you guys aren't going to carry them in there, I'll buy them all, and you'll just have to buy them off me.
Yeah. There you go. Make a few bucks. Yeah, no, it was. The Wolfpack's been a great partner with us. They really, really help push our brand for sure. And then, of course, that triggered off into other cigar lounges. We have a few cigar lounges that it's not only a partnership, it's almost family now, right? Like we talk on the phone. They ask us about our family. We ask about their family, their staff. It's when we do cutting lights. It's staying up till cutting lights over at 10 o'clock. We're sitting in the lounge till 2 a.m, smoking, drinking, just cutting up, and just having some good down to earth conversations and interaction. It's been a great ride, and those lounges really have helped us get our foot into other doors, because lounge owners, they know each other and they talk, right? It's a tight-knit community and industry, and so it's helped us out tremendously, and it stems from the Wolfpack and a few others.
Where's been the most off the wall lounge to bring you guys in that you're like, wow, that's cool?
Oh man, you know what I will say? I want to say off the wall, like, man, there. Indiana, Slow Burn.
Okay.
It's out. It's been a great connection right off the get-go. Funny story, we were there for the cut and light, and I like to joke around. We all do, right? We like to cut up, and we were there at the cut and light, and I told the owner, Tasha, I said, hey, I got this thing on my bucket list, and you guys can probably help me. I'm like, what's that? And I was like, I want to ride in that Amish buggy. And within 10 minutes, they came over and they said, hey, your chariot's waiting for you. I said, what? And there it was. It was an Amish buggy out in the parking lot waiting for us to jump on and go for a ride. So, and even driving up there, we were like, wow, I've never been to Indiana a day in my life. I mean, I've been around quite a bit. And I think that would be the most off the wall, I guess you could say, experience. But then there's other lounges. I mean, it's his and hers down in South Florida. Those guys are family. I mean, we communicate on a regular basis, especially they're members of the TPA. So we're very close and tight with them, and Fat Boys up in PA. We're constantly communicating with them as well. But now we're growing to the point where we're even going out west, out in Arizona and North Dakota. It's just been awesome. It really has. Never in a million years did we think year 2 we'd be out in Arizona or North Dakota, right? Because we figured that's just way out of our footprint. But the opportunity came, and we had a great communication with them, great conversation. They loved the cigars, and next thing you know, here we are. Now we're sitting there thinking, okay, time to hit the road. We got to go to North Dakota. We got to go to Arizona for a cut light, So
No, North Dakota's not even the good Dakota. Hey, do you like being a really long way from everything? Come to North Dakota. Do you like being the biggest major city to you is in Canada? Come to North Dakota.
Yeah. It's wild. It's wild. We when we got the phone call to give them a buzz, they're like, hey, give them a call. They want to talk to you guys. And we were able to talk to them. Man, it was just, we were beside ourselves, right? Because we're not afraid to travel. We'll get in our cars. I think 1 month we put 10,000 miles on our vehicles traveling. So we're not afraid to travel. We're not afraid to drive. So, we're not ruling out doing a cut and light that far out. And we'll experience North Dakota. What can go wrong?
Mm-hmm. Just not in the winter time.
Yeah, just not in the winter.
Summer.
Pedro's boycotting winter up north.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you don't want to be out here in the
After
winter.
our last trip.
Good question here from Will. He's are you planning more inspirational cigars from your military journey?
We're not closing the door by no means. It's I had a lot of great experiences in the military. We just got a message today, a couple of weeks ago, a guy that I served with on our ship came in with his family. We went out, had dinner, reminisced, told some old sea stories. And today he sent me a message. He goes, hey, you need to name one of your cigars the Chief. And I kind of chuckled a little bit. We might add on to our first core line, but now it's, my brother joining and being a part of Haze Gray. It's an us thing now, right? It's us three. And so I want to make sure that when we come up with a blend or we come up with a name, it's something that hits home for all of us, right? Just not, military. I
get, and I get it though. Yeah, I mean, you've had the ability to travel kind of the world in the Navy, and you've seen a lot, and drawing some inspiration from some of those travels and trying to incorporate it into a cigar. I mean, sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. And the funny thing is with Ish, going back to Ish with the tobacco that he can get, when I was in the Navy, we did go into the Canary Islands, which is where that Spanish tobacco came from. We did go down to Africa, and we had some missions down there in Africa that we had to do. So some of that stuff, some of the tobacco that he can get, we can definitely piggyback and come up with a military name or a story off of those countries that I pulled into. So
Will says he would like a cigar from his time living in Guam, the Mariana Islands, and Alaska.
You know what? Ish can probably do that.
Ish could, if they grow tobacco there, Ish probably has it, and it's somewhere in his arsenal.
Oh,
no doubt. Absolutely. I'm waiting for his Antarctic cigar.
Oh,
that's right. Man. Yeah, it's like they grow tobacco in Antarctica. I had to buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they grow it, he owns it. I love the story of him going out to Romania because he heard that they were growing tobacco. He heard that there was tobacco being grown out there, and he had to check it out for himself. And then it was so good, he had to just buy it all.
Yeah. We have in October. Yeah, October. Yep. We have a vampire ball here in Pensacola that they've asked us to come out and do our whole setup and everything. And we kind of looked at each other and we're like, that's a perfect event to bring the Blood of Vlad out. So we already talked to Ish. We talked to Alda. We said we need at least 4 bundles. There's no doubt that we're going to sell out of that cigar. So just when we're in our lounge and we talk about where we're getting our cigars manufactured now, and we tell that story of him going to Transylvania, people are blown away. They're like, "What? There's no way." We're like, "Well, there is a way, and it's coming, right? We're going to be carrying it here in our mobile lounge." So, yeah, if there's a story to tell in a different country, there's a good possibility that Ish can get that for us.
They said, Ish, I want to be the tester for any of your Antarctic blends. I want to make those joke reviews I do come real. I want to be the Antarctic cinnamon is so divine on the retrohale. You can really taste the frost. The clubbed baby seal. Just the fat is rendered perfectly in this.
Yeah. Then we'll have PETA burning down our trailer, our mobile lounge.
I'm just describing the flavors I'm getting. Doesn't mean that's what's used in it.
Yeah.
Yes, Ish does have the marine blend. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Will? Yeah. His service: South Carolina, England, Italy, Guam, and Alaska. Well, we know South Carolina's rich tobacco history. England's rich tobacco history. Italy has some of the best tobacco in the world out there. I mean, look, you're already three. I don't know about Guam or Alaska, but look, you're 3 for 5. So, I mean, not too bad on building it. And Will, aren't you from the Dominican? So doesn't that mean you that's like perfect?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Will cracks me up because he's like he didn't come to America till he was 16, and what does he do? Joins the military.
Wow. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No. You talked about North Carolina. So Will retired last year after 24 years in the Air Force. And so he's been going up and down, Nebraska, Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, the Dakotas, Montana, because they're redoing all the new missile silos and taking away the 1980s technology and putting modern tech in it. And so that's what he's doing now.
Oh, wow.
Like he came on as a contractor to help because he was just a lowly IT guy in the Air Force.
Nice. Well, thanks for your service, Will. We appreciate it, man.
And so he travels. I was like, that's kind of cool, man. I was like, you get to experience. He's like, I didn't know they made 9-inch floppy disks ever.
Yeah, it's being boutique, it's tough at times. One of the goals that we have, especially here in the Panhandle, it's a lot of legacy, right? A lot of these lounges, we only have 2 lounges here in Pensacola, but they're very heavy on legacy brands, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? But one of the goals that we have is introducing folks around here to boutique and different blends and using different countries. And so with us coming out with some of the blends that we have coming out with different countries, and then Ish having his own brand, his own blends, is definitely going to help us get the exotic tobacco on the map up here. Every time we go somewhere, we always get that question, hey, do you have Cubans? Where can I get some Cubans? Are you rolling Cuban tobacco? And we're like, no. But, he has the BTC, which is an amazing cigar. And so we called them up and said, hey, we want a few bundles of the BTC. So for the guys that come in there wanting Cubans, here you go, right? And so I think also that partnership is really going to help us put boutiques on the map here in the Panhandle.
Of course,
Yeah.
I tried one time. I said way back in, like 2020, I go, I'm going to order one of every Ish's blends, and I'm going to go through and smoke them all. I think I made it through about 25 before I said I can't. Because I then started reordering all the stuff I was liking all the time. I'm like, I'm just nah. Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah.
But, let's see. Oh, Will says thank you guys for your service as well. I went into IT, figured I wouldn't get deployed into a war zone, but I got deployed 5 times to a war zone.
Yeah, I was gonna say surprise.
Surprise! Yeah, hey, you're not gonna send the computer geek into a war zone.
No, absolutely not. Why would they?
No. See, well, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I am so in love with this cigar, guys.
I just looked at
Man, you're making my top 10 list for the year really hard with something like this. I mean,
So what are
boy,
you
you're
getting?
really gonna have to. I'm really gonna have to lock down in November, and really think hard in my smoking.
Yeah. It's definitely. I mean, we're super humble, but with that blend and the Busla that's coming out in July, I think it's definitely gonna turn heads. When we get a blend going, we'll always get with Ish and we'll always tell them, hey, send us a couple of 100 cigars of the blend that we're about to release, and we systematically send them out to the lounges so they can try it, see what they think. Some of the lounges back in February were like, we don't want to wait till July. Well, you're gonna have to wait till July, right? Like, sorry, like it's just that's the date that we picked. And so with that being said, like I think, the blends that we have coming up are phenomenal. I think it's really it's gonna put us on the map even more, I think. From what we've been hearing from the people that have smoked them already, they've said hands down, those are two of the best cigars that we've come up with. And so that's given us a lot of confidence, right? Because a lot of the guys that have smoked them, they don't filter, they don't sugarcoat, and they're passionate about the cigars. And when they're telling us what they think of those cigars, it's not sugarcoating. They're not looking out for our feelings, right? So it's definitely giving us a boost of confidence.
It's what you got to do, though. I mean, you don't want to put a bad product out there. You need that feedback of this is what I like and this is what I didn't like.
Yeah.
Because if all you get is it's amazing and praise, and then when it goes out, and then it's like, man, this is trash. I mean, that's why you got to do it. I mean, that's why it takes so long to get stuff out onto the market, because there's always those tweaks.
Yeah.
It's out there. Tony, the Ramos Domar is my top 5. Even my neighbors agree with me. I gotta say, I mean, right now, this is just my first smoke. I've got to smoke a few more of them, but right now, I mean, I'd have no problem putting this in my top 10 for the year. But again, it's we're halfway through the year, and there's still a lot of smoking to be done.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. There's a lot more coming out. A lot more. There's brands out there that are going to be rolling out new cigars this summer and into the fall. So it's. I feel bad. I'll put it this way. I feel bad for you guys. You guys mean the reviewers, the podcasters, because man, there's some great cigars coming out, and heck, we're looking forward to trying them. So
every year it gets harder and harder to do that top 10 list. It's just like, because once November hits, I'm going through my list of probably about 20 to 25 cigars that I think are top 10 worthy. And man, I'm re-smoking them, and I'm going through my notes on them, and I'm building that list all the way. Usually all the way up until I hit record on the camera. I'm still adjusting the list because I'm like, man, because sometimes it just comes down to the finest points. It's just like, I really liked how this one ended. And that one, the ending was just a little flat. And I think that's what gives this one the edge over this one. You know, it comes down to the finer points when you get to that. And I take it seriously. You know, it's not like any joke where I just throw it. I mean, I take it very seriously in compiling my list. You know, and this last year, you know, Half Wheel compiles its top 25 cigars, and it uses, you know, it uses 25 media content creators out there, and I was one of the 25 they selected to build their ultimate top 25 list. And I'm happy that one of the cigars that I had in my top 10 list was in their top 10 list, and two smaller brands made the honorable mention list. So I was very happy about that, you know, because I'm really the only one that delves into that boutique and small brand area. Right. So for them to get that showcase and that love out there, I was really happy about.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats. Yeah. Yeah, and I will say Tony is, and I wanted to say hello to Tony. Tony's a fellow Port. He's from Portugal as well. And so he's been raving about that cigar since it was released in January. So definitely appreciate his support. And it's funny because I told my brother maybe 2-3 months after that cigar was released, we got a message from someone in Portugal asking us if we were going to release that cigar over there, if we were going to, you know, be able to get it imported into Portugal. I was like, damn. That was a surreal moment, right? Like, here we are in small little Pensacola, 8 hours away from the mainland, you know, from the old country, and someone's already asking if we're going to have that cigar up there. It was pretty wild. It was pretty neat too.
Is it available in Portugal?
No, we haven't even done our homework to figure out getting cigars over there in Europe.
I know somebody. So do you.
You know a guy. All right.
I know we know a guy.
Yeah. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I mean, it's we moved here to the United States in 82. So we were little. I mean, we were little guys when we moved here, but we still went back for the holidays and visit family and stuff as we were growing up. So I think it would be pretty neat to have our cigars, you know, in clubs over there or lounges over there, you know, just to say we're, you know, just a couple of young guys.
A fun fact: the Portuguese binder is from the Madeira Island in Portugal, and that's where Ronaldo was born. That's the island he was born from.
Okay.
So for all you FIFA World Cup brewing for Portugal, it's got Madeira Island Portuguese binder in it.
And you guys are from the Boston area, correct?
Yeah. We grew up an hour south of Boston on Cape Cod.
Wow. Crazy. Yep. So coming from small small town Portugal life, and then kind of getting thrown into that Boston, atmosphere, big city life. Man, that had to be like a surreal experience for you.
It was. It really was. I mean, we grew up in a small town in Portugal, but then we moved to a small town in Massachusetts. Cape Cod is really a touristy, small town USA type town, right? Like summertime, it's jam packed. You can't get anywhere. All the tourists, that have summer homes on the Cape. Come wintertime, it's only locals. Everybody knows everybody. You can drive down the road and everybody waves to each other. So it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely a culture shock. even as little as we were. But it was a great experience. That's one thing that I can't speak for my brother, but I know for myself, I'm really happy that my parents decided, or our parents decided to move over here and give us the amazing opportunity that we have now.
Yeah, of course. See, well, here, I moved to the United States at 16. My dad took a job with Home Depot, and I got thrown into Atlanta life.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah.
Hey.
As I throw my mouse across the room. There we go. that now that had to be insane too. Coming to America. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, we're just going to go to one of the craziest cities in America, in Atlanta.
Yeah, crazy.
Let's see, a lot of Portuguese came to Boston, New Bedford for the fishing.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, Portuguese are world renowned for their fishing skills. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we moved. Tony mentioned New Bedford. As we got a little older, we moved out of Cape Cod and moved to New Bedford, and that was like an inner city type thing. We got our street smarts growing up in the inner city. But then after that, we were like, my mom and dad were like, nah, we're moving back to the Cape. It's getting too crazy out here. So we went back to the Cape and grew up there ever since.
And then you wind up in the Florida Panhandle, kind of that small town life again.
Yeah, definitely. I've been here 26 years. I've gotten accustomed to it, but man, it was hard when I got stationed here in 2000, and I never left. I never went back home. As I started making friends in the civilian world, and they started showing me around and what Pensacola had to offer, I was like, this is actually pretty cool. But it was still a culture shock. They were still making fun of my Boston accent and asking me for my car keys, and it's like, come on, really? You can't come up with anything better than that. So, and then my brother would come down and visit all the time, and he's like, hey, I'm coming down. Our parents retired. They moved down here, and I don't see us going anywhere.
That's awesome. I think you always find out what you got is home, and you could you could move if you wanted to, but you've kind of established yourself down there, and you've kind of got you've got a nice life. You live, you still get that small town living, and Florida's a great state to own a business in, far better than Massachusetts.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's definitely small business friendly for sure. We're enjoying it. And being here in Pensacola, the community here, they've really supported us. And, we have a huge TPA event coming up in October that we'd like to talk about real quick. But,
sure. By all means.
Yeah, the community's been phenomenal. I mean, everybody's excited about it. So TPA, for folks that don't know, TPA, it's Tobacco Products Association. It's all, to me, they say it's a little different. Now it's a lot different because with the TPA, you can be a consumer, you can be a brand owner, you can be a lounge owner, a manufacturer. Anybody can join. The education that they give us is phenomenal, and the support and the camaraderie. So this is the second annual TPA event that we're having here in Pensacola. It's going to be a 3-day event. So Thursday night is the meet and greet. We're going to go to a local brewery here in town. You can go on tpa.rocks/events, purchase your tickets. It's a 3-day event. Thursday night, we're doing a meet and greet at a brewery here in Pensacola. You get to meet all the brand owners. It's all boutique. It's got some big name boutique brands coming in town. And then Friday starts off the festivities. We start off at VIPs come in at 11. 11 to 12, there's going to be a rolling class with Ish himself. And then You're going to be able. We're going to have vendors there. We're going to have food trucks, DJs. About 16, 17 different cigar brands are going to be there. A lot of names that you know, Cigar Clowns, Founders, Banff, Bonded by the Leaf, us. The list goes on and on and on. And then Friday night, we're going to go we got this restaurant locked in. We're going to have dinner overlooking Pensacola Bay. And then Saturday kicks off again, same time, 11 to 12. We're going to have a pairing class with, again, Ish himself. We're going to have raffle prizes, giveaways, goodie bags, all that good stuff. And then Saturday night, after the event's over, everybody's going to go to a local cigar lounge here, where the lounge is going to be open just the TPA members and the folks that are coming in for the event. So it's going to be huge. It's going to be October 1st through the 3rd. There's a hotel reservation. We got rooms blocked off at different hotels, like 3 different hotels, and it's going to be an awesome weekend.
You guys have been part of the Pensacola Cigar Weekend on there, and that infrastructure that they've built for putting on an event, I'm sure that's kind of helped with building this event too on that.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, we did. We weren't able to do the Pensacola Cigar Weekend this year, actually. But we did it the following year, and they do a remarkable job. They got some class. They put on a great event, and it like you said, I think it's definitely paved the way for us, and it's really helped us out to get this TPA event going for October for sure.
Yeah, Doc put a lot of time and effort into a lot of that building out there, and I think that's awesome that what she built can now be utilized by others to be able to put on events. And you've got, from what she said, the city has fully gotten behind the events and wants to bring more and more events like that in, and so it's good. I'm glad to see that it's working.
Yeah, no, we were bummed that we weren't able to do it this year, but we're definitely going to do it next year. We'll hopefully the dates line up and we can leave the date open, and because it is, I mean, this area needs it. Like you said earlier, you alluded to it. The cigar industry, the cigar boom. I mean, there's so many great cigars out there, so many great brands. We're just happy and proud to be a part of that the industry now and doing our thing.
That's good, and Ish is a good dude,
Yeah.
I hate praising him so much, but he makes damn good. His stuff is so damn good. It's hard not to, and of course, last year he had my #1 cigar of the year with the Around the World.
Oh,
and
God.
so I give him bigger head than he already needs.
So we were in Jacksonville in September. It was my brother and I, Ish, and John Aldi on the patio. Val couldn't take it; she tapped out. 2:00 in the morning, Ish comes up to us and goes, "Who wants Around the World?" My brother and I, we hadn't had the Around the World yet. So we raised our hand. We're like, "Yeah, we'll take one." And Aldi looked at us. He goes, "You guys are sick. Sick." We're like, what? He goes, "You're going to be up here until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning smoking that cigar. I'm going to bed." He got up and went to bed. Literally 5:30 in the morning, we were crawling into bed, getting up about an hour and a half, 2 hours later to go set up for the event. We were wrecked. Like I couldn't even stand up straight. No drinking, just lack of sleep. But yeah, 3 hours with that cigar.
It's so good.
Man,
it's phenomenal. I picked Ish up at the airport in Denver and when he was coming through, and he's like, "Hey, let's get something to eat." I've been traveling all day, I haven't eaten. I was like, "Okay." I go, "Well, there's a Denny's, a couple miles down the road. You want to go?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's go." So we go in there, we order, and the waiter takes our drink, and so I told him what I want. Ish goes, I want an iced coffee. He goes, oh, we don't do that here. He goes, what do you mean you don't do that here? He's like, we don't serve ice coffee. He goes, do you serve coffee? Yeah. Do you serve ice? Yeah. Okay, bring me coffee with a cup of ice. And so when the guy brought his coffee and his ice, Ish pours the coffee in the ice, takes some cream, pours some cream in it, stirs it, and then holds it up to him. He goes, iced coffee.
Right.
This kid's mind was like blown that you could do something like that. He's like, oh,
Yeah, right.
I still think of it every time I'm in Denver and I drive by that Denny's. I just laugh because it was so fun to watch that, because I was like, what do you mean you don't do iced coffee? Like, everybody does iced coffee.
Yeah.
What do you mean Denny's doesn't do iced coffee?
That's funny.
Yeah, iced coffee. Yeah,
Iced coffee.
iced coffee.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, I love my coffee with cigars. Ice, hot, I don't care. Coffee with cigars to me is, I know you got the bourbon, you got the scotch, the brandies, the wine. Give me a good cup of coffee, iced or hot with a cigar. Man, I'm in heaven.
Coffee with that cigar is amazing.
I the fact that Ish can sit there, roll, blend, and smoke, and go between testing out blends and his vintage 2028 Winstons blows my mind.
Right. That's crazy. We were watching the fights on Discord last night, and I'm watching the fights on our TV and listening to the guys talk, and I look over at the camera, and I see Ish with a cigar in his hand. And I look over at Val, I was like, holy cow, Ish is smoking a cigar. Like, it's not a Winston, right?
It's a rare feat when you watch him smoke a cigar.
It is. It is.
It is. I've had him on the show numerous times to promote cigars that he has, and he's smoking a Winston. Not even that. I'm smoking the cigar. He's smoking the Winston, and but that's Ish. I mean, that's the appeal there. It's just like, nah, I'm gonna drink my my schooner of wine and smoke a Winston.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the cigar. I don't want to put you on the spot, Danny. I'm looking at your cigar. What are you tasting right now?
Cedar, something bready, something sweet. The cedar, though, isn't like plank cedar. It's like fresh cut cedar, so it's got this nice earthy freshness to it, almost like a mint. This toasty breadiness to it, like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay.
Fresh cracked pepper.
Yeah.
Going through. The retro has got this like nutty cinnamonness to it in the retro, which is fantastic. Not quite like candied nuts that you get, but there's like this cinnamon with this nutty component in the retro that's fantastic. Like, that's what really like the retro is fantastic in this cigar.
Yeah. So that's what I was looking to see if you were picking up on that. Now I know Ish is watching, so we got to call it ginger, not cinnamon. It's
Okay.
ginger, right? But no, that cinnamon note that you tasted, that's something that my brother was harped on right from the get-go. Because when we were kids, we'd eat that pastry. Our dad would sprinkle some cinnamon on that pastry, put it in a microwave, heat it up for a little bit. And so my brother was like, we got to have that cinnamon. We got to have that cinnamon. And so Ish was like, I can put it in that towards the end so you can get that cinnamon note wrapping up the cigar.
Ginger note.
Or ginger note, yeah.
I could see ginger in that. It's coming across a bit more cinnamon like to me than ginger, but
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
see that. I could see that kind of, ginger has such a pronounced taste and smell to it that I guess I'm more so looking for not like fresh ginger, but more like cooking ginger, like
Yeah.
Chinese food type ginger
Yeah.
is more what my palate would be a tone
Yeah.
to than fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very good. I love the retro that nuttiness with the, I guess, ginger is nice in the retro. It's not overpowering. Like it slaps you at first, and then that nuttiness really ends the smoke on that retro. Nice, so it's really smooth on the out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and that the cedar, that fresh cut on the cedar gives it almost a minty component to on the palate. And then the honey nut Cheerio taste, the sweet, the toasted oats, the sweetness. It's really nice, because there was like dull baking chocolate to start the cigar off with, and then it kind of evolved in. The pepper has been fantastic on the palate the whole time. It's kind of transitioned from from a lighter white pepper to now like fresh cracked pepper or peppercorns itself. So it's very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly I see why this is such a killer smoke and why it's always so. Kudos to you for it always being sold out and me not getting it. I'm glad you sent me one to smoke because I would, I kicking myself knowing that this cigar was out there and I never had the opportunity to smoke it, and it's that good.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah. That's one thing that we appreciate podcasts like your podcast, your review show, and other podcasts. You guys are taking your time out of your day, inviting us on your show, letting us talk about our cigars, letting us tell our story. The least we could do is send you guys some cigars to try out. Let us know what you think. It's just kind of a small token of appreciation, right? Because without podcasts like yours, all we'd have to rely on is social media, right? And that is only going to get you so far. So we definitely appreciate you having us on because it definitely helps us out and getting our name out there.
I appreciate you guys being able to come on, man. I'm always on. I'm honored every week with every guest. I'm like, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Like you guys, I'm more honored than I think you guys are because I get to sit and nerd out and talk tobacco and bullshit, and it's like it's fun, but I'm more honored that brands want to sit and talk to me. Like ask me this in 2019, I'd tell you why would a brand want to do that?
Yeah,
but I'm honored every week with every brand that comes on every week. I'm honored by them wanting to come on and share their story and allow me to share their story and to get them out.
Yeah.
Because I still have brands I reach out to and they tell me no, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. I'm hurt. I'm a little hurt. I'll admit it. I get a little hurt when they say no. Nah, I'm not. Okay.
Their loss.
I guess their loss.
Yep.
Eventually they'll want to come around. But now some of these brands that told me no that now want to come on and say yes, and then they reach out and it's like, yeah, I'm reaching out to me in like February or March. I'm like, I'm booked up through August, man. So if you want on, I can get you on in September or October. Well, that's like far away. I'm like, show's popular, man. What can I say? They books up fast, and brands that have been rolling with me for a long time, when they got new drops, they're already booking dates to coincide with the drop. So that way it gets out there and the promotion's there. So, you want on for a certain date, I'll bring you on, but you just know that you're going to have to book well in advance.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
I don't want this to end. Is that bad?
You just want to smoke another one, right?
I kind of do, but
Yeah. It does that sometimes.
I kind of do. It's really good. I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to bust out the roofing nail nubber on this.
That's it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Well, now you know you got the source. You go straight to the source when you want more.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go straight to the source on it because, boy, trying to find a retail shop, man, it shocked me how quick. Like, I get within 2 hours of seeing that email come through that it's been restocked and it's already sold out. I mean, I see why.
Yeah.
I see why. It's like back in stock. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna grab them, and then they're gone. And it's like, wow, that quick. No shock though. No shock, because it's that good.
And the Wolfpack, they were selling them by the box. I mean, I was getting phone calls and emails, and he would say, "Hey, just here's the invoice me. Here's the customer's address. Just direct ship it to them. Don't even bother shipping it to me, and then I got to ship it to them. Just directly ship it to them." And I mean, he was doing that there for a good every week, every 2 weeks. We're sending out a box. So, yeah,
I see why. It's that good.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, you guys crushed it on this. You know, Ish crushed it in building the blend together. You know, and of course, that quality manufacturing. I gotta quit praising that dude. Gotta quit
Is he
praising.
even on anymore? He's probably already in bed. In bed? Come on.
I know. He was like he said earlier he missed 40 minutes of the show because he had to take a phone call, so he had to go back. He's got to go back and watch. And I'm like, you didn't miss anything. We praised you, and unfortunately,
Yeah. No, it's and that's with him. It's like I said, when we walked out of there with the six blends, well, the seventh with the Bussola, once he tweaked it, now it was like, okay, now we got to put these things in order, right? We got to put these blends in order. You know, every cigar we want to come out better than the next, right? Or the last, I should say. And so it's tough, right? And that's one thing we want to do. We always want to put out bangers. We always want to put out one that beats the one prior. And
wow.
Ourselves.
Well, I mean, I did smoke the Bussola, and I don't know, man. I think this is better. It's there. I mean, that's a certified banger smoke, but I think this one is better.
Yeah.
Just a little bit better. But I mean, the high quality and the high standard of the smokes there to where you could have that argument with which is better and why. You could have you've achieved that argument out of me with myself is which one's better. Where I'm at the point where I go, I think this one is, but I mean, you could sway me. You could put up an argument to sway me on why the Bussola is better than this one. But
yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? And that's one of the things we were talking about is the Bussola really doesn't have the exotic tobacco like the other, sticks blends that we have. And it's a great cigar. Now, it has some unique tobacco in it, and I'm not going to really, we're not going to say what's in it just yet, but it definitely has tobacco leaves that Ish is like, nobody's ever used this. For example, he said there was one leaf that's in that Bussola that they just throw away. They discard it and throw it away. And Ish went in and bought the whole freaking kit and caboodle and said, when you got more, call me, I'll come get the rest. And he said it's a tobacco that isn't being used all that much. So once we release the blend, which will probably be here in another week or so, you'll be able to be like, that's what I'm tasting, right? So, but it's still a great cigar. It's not it doesn't have a lot of exotic, but the tobacco that it has in it is stellar.
Yeah, he does say he smokes more cigars than all of us together on that. So the Winston's a palate cleanser for him.
Yeah, it's a resetter.
Got to reset the palate here. I mean, fire up a Winston. Hey, whatever works, because it's just he does magic with his cigars, and I'm happy he's a friend, and I'm happy that he what he does, and I love seeing his success. Oh, especially over the last couple of years, getting the kudos that he's well deserves, just not for his stuff, but what he's out there manufacturing and putting together for other brands like yourself, because it's a true testament of what he does, and the risks he's willing to take. Going, look, nobody's going to have anything like this out on the market. So I mean, it's you. It's for you to be out there. I'll make it, and it'll be great. It's up to you guys to be able to promote it and sell it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Wow. This has been awesome. I'm like down to nothing on this cigar, by the way.
Yeah, you are, man.
I told you it's that good that I feel I can't waste any of this fantastic tobacco that's in it. Because I mean, when's the next time you're going to be able to smoke a cigar that has Portuguese tobacco in it and tobacco from the Canary Islands? I mean,
yeah.
When's the next? You never know. I don't know when the next time that will be for me. So I want to enjoy every inch of this cigar.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's he blends for quite a few other brands. Some brands that we're close with and we communicate with on a regular basis. We help each other out. He could use Portuguese tobacco in their blends, but the way he blends them, like it's not the same as what you're smoking now. Just a simple twist of a leaf or something, So it's, but again, it's rare. Like there's tobacco and other cigars that I know of other brands that we won't use, but they're using it, and they're making some banger cigars. It's just the sky's the limit with his factories. So
sure, and and like you said, look, he's got the blood of Vlad that has that Romanian tobacco in it, but there's also another brand out there he makes that has the Romanian tobacco in it too.
Yeah, yep.
They taste nothing alike.
Yeah, night and day.
Night and day. Yeah, night and day.
Yep. Yeah. So it's comforting to know that. It's comforting to know that what we're putting out. And that's one of the things that we talked about a lot is we want to put something out that other folks aren't putting out, that we're thinking outside the box. We want to go as far outside that box as we can. And so far, these last two we've achieved it. So
I was on his show with Audi a couple months ago, and they asked me, what brands do I think are going to blow up in 2026? And you guys were one of the couple brands I mentioned that I thought were going to blow up, just because I saw how you guys ended 2025, and I saw specifically this cigar when you started 2026.
Yeah.
The hype behind it and the fact that it was almost impossible to get. I'm like, dude, these guys there's no doubt Haze Gray is going to blow up. They're just, if you ask me, yeah, they're that brand that's going to take that next step. They're going to go into 2027 with a lot of hype behind them, and I think it's well deserved because you guys are out there putting in that footwork.
Thank you. Yeah. Like I said earlier, we're not scared of traveling. We're not. I mean, we are not afraid of working and putting in the work. It's
They said the sky isn't the limit. We jump from the sky as well.
No, he does. We don't.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll
Nope.
not be doing that.
Nope. I'm good. We're really enjoying the ride. I mean, this has been if you would have asked us, I think, I can't speak for them, but for me, if you would have asked me 2024 if we were going to be where we are today, I'd be like, ain't no way in hell. So it's been, we say it all the time. The ride has been amazing. The people that we've met have been amazing. The consumers, the partners, it's podcasts like yourself, Danny. Like it's been awesome. we're not we love giving. We're givers, and we want to make sure that, and we say it all the time, everybody works hard for their money, and when they purchase a cigar from us, we want to make sure they get the best bang for their buck, right? I mean, it's just the way, it's our mentality, it's our attitude.
And our donation, we like going to
Yeah, we
our
donate.
army.
Yeah, good point, Pete. Yeah, we donate to different charities. When there's cigar events or golf tournaments, we donate. We provide raffles. Like we want to help the community. That was one of the things when we started the brand. We wanted to start a platform, especially to help the veteran community, and that's been our main goal. Help out vets, dogs, not in that order, kids, not in that order, of course, but we just want to help out as much as we can.
Sure. And of course, with Ish saying the sky's not the limit, I'll be waiting for his tobacco that he found in the sky that was growing. That will be in a future blend.
In the moon,
Yep.
moon.
The moon. Yep. This is moon tobacco. Oh yeah. I sent seeds to Mars, and so we're going to be getting our first Mars tobacco coming here. And on top of the Antarctic tobacco.
Yep.
He's got aliens up there rolling cigars.
I'm sure. Look, Ish, when you come out with those exotic blends of sky tobacco, moon tobacco, Antarctic tobacco, I am available to be a tester for it. Yeah, and praise from Ish here that Haze Gray is 100% guaranteed to be the company to follow for many years. They have and make their ideas happen. Kudos to them. Yeah, and for sure, you guys.
Thanks, Ish.
You guys have an idea of what you want, and you go for it, and you make it happen, and that's the big key to really a successful business out there. With brands, and a lot of brands don't. They have the ideas, they just never pull the curtains behind it to make it happen, and you guys have. So
yeah, thank you, that means a lot.
He has Antarctic. Well, all right then. I want to smoke that Antarctic cigar out there. I want that. I want to taste what clubbed baby seal fat rendered perfectly tastes like. I want that Antarctic cinnamon to tickle my nostrils.
We were joking around when we went down there to blend with him. He's got his toolbox with all his tobacco in it and stuff. And it's like, I honestly think it's like it's a portal to a third dimension or something. Like,
he just, the way he pulls that stuff out
and pulls something out of like friggin' Croatia, and then you're like, well, I want tobacco from Timbuktu. He'll put his arm down there, pull out tobacco from Timbuktu. It's like, dude, it's awesome.
It is awesome. I've spent years watching him and watching him on lives and watching him roll, and I'm just like, he's like, oh yeah, this is from wherever in the middle of nowhere, and it only grows in a quarter-acre section of the country, and I'm like, how the hell does he get this stuff?
Yeah.
How did he even know? It's like I would have never have thought about that. It's like, it's like, hey, if they grow tobacco there, I'll know, and I'll be the only one that buys it.
Yep. Yeah. And that's one of the other things too that we really enjoy working with them, is because we have, like, it keeps our minds going and our imaginations just.
It's endless options because you have that. It's endless.
Yeah.
And that you can put out a unique cigar that nobody else will have.
Yep.
Nobody else will have that in it. And for a lot of people, that exotic feature is such a big seller. It's just like, okay, oh, yeah, really, this has Portuguese tobacco? Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'll try it just because I've never heard of port. That's a selling feature for people out there, is that they get this exoticness that nobody else has. Name a big brand that's going out there and trying to find tobacco from a former Soviet bloc country that no longer exists.
Right? Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. The problem too is that they don't know how to blend it because of those tobaccos. Ish does. That's the hard part about it. Trying to blend all those tobaccos, it's different. All those exotic tobaccos, you got to know what you're doing. Watching him, like when we went down to his house with that Portuguese tobacco, he only had 3 leaves, and he was rolling all kinds of different flavors in that just by rolling 3 leaves, which started shocking us. We're like, what? And then he started listening to us, and he decided adding other countries, other leaves, and he knew exactly what we wanted throughout all our blends. Like he knew our palates within an hour. He already knew what we wanted and what we liked. And it just amazes me.
And the thing is, like him and I, we have like a weird connection, right? Like we can look at each other and just like with different eye gestures or different facial expressions, we know exactly what each other are thinking. And we weren't even talking at times. We would just look at each other and we'd wink or we'd nod, and Ish was picking up on every little movement, every little, maybe a few words here and there, but just our facial expressions, and he would tweak it. I think we made 6 or 9 different blends with those 3 leaves.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, man. Like,
wow.
This is something, we got something unique here. Let's capitalize on it. Let's get it going.
Yeah.
It's and we worked an event, St. Patty's Day. There's a huge Irish bar down in Pensacola Beach. We brought up our whole setup, and there was a girl in there trying to buy a cigar for a friend of hers, and she got him on the phone, and she's like, "Oh, it's a brand right here from Pensacola. They got these cigars. They got this one cigar. It's got Portuguese, Zimbabwe, Canary Islands." And the dude was on the phone going, "They're lying. They're lying. There's no tobacco in Portugal. There's no tobacco in Zimbabwe." And in a nice way, we pretty much told him to shut up. And you don't know what you're talking about. We do. And we told her, like, buy one, take it to him, and tell him I told you so. As a matter of fact, we can even give him a card, So, it's hard for people to wrap their heads around that there's tobacco out there that nobody's ever smoked before, and it's legit, right? So
And Ish said Pedro, the bobblehead smoker. That gives it away for me if he likes it or not.
Yeah,
that was a dead giveaway.
Yeah, like with his Irishman, where he took traditional Irish tobacco, pipe tobacco, and was able to make that cigar smokable. To me, it's an amazing feat. A lot of people try blending pipe tobacco with cigars, and some of it works and some of it doesn't. And a lot of it is that trial and error of knowing, you just need a sliver of this tobacco in it. You do more than that, and it's too much.
Too much.
And it's just that guy that's been, he'd take that risk. He'll roll 100 cigars and smoke them all to figure out if it was right or not. And that's what I love, and I love that the creativity that he puts into all of his blends for himself and for other people.
Yeah.
In knowing what you need. If I was ever going to make a cigar, he would be the one guy I'd go to, because he'd be the one guy, because I'm such a perfectionist. And I know nothing. I'd be like, nah, I think it's missing. Nah, it's not that. He'd be the one. He's the one guy that could look at me and go, "Shut up! This is it." And I go, "Okay, it's it," because no other blender I think could do that. Because I'm just so like, I don't know. That perfection in me would be the downside. But he'd be the one guy that would tell me to shut up. It's done. This is it. It's there, because I could give you something and you go, "It's the best cigar I ever smoked," and I go, "I don't know, I think it's missing something. I don't think it's there. I don't know." Yeah, he's the one guy I'd be like, "Shut up, it's there. It's good."
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'd listen to it, and I'd be like, "You're okay. Yeah, you're right."
Who am I? Who am I to say no? It's not.
Yeah, who? Yeah, who am I? I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh. Yeah, I'm so bad like that. That's why I've never put out anything because I have that perfection where I think like, well, I don't know, I just don't think it's there. It's like, I love smoking cigars that brands are working on throughout the stages and giving my 2 cents because it's like, yeah, I like it. And this is why, but when it's yours, it's like, I don't know. I think that it needs to go somewhere.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love when Ish tears cigars apart in front of the brand owner and starts naming every leaf in the blend, and then having to have the brand owner call the manufacturer up to verify that that's what the blend was.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that. That it's like a parlor trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to a cigar festival in just outside of Orlando, and we after the event was over, we went to dinner, back to the hotel. We were sitting in the parking lot, drinking 1792 and smoking cigars, and it was my brother and I and Ish were the last three standing, and I bought some cigars from a brand that said that it was all pure Puerto Rican tobacco, and I handed the cigar to Ish, and he looked at it wasn't lit. I didn't light the cigar. He looked at the bottom of the foot of the cigar, and with his thumbnail started rubbing his finger across the foot of the cigar, and he started looking at it, and he was like, "There's Viso, Ligero, and he started naming countries, and my brother and I looked at each other like, "What in the f? Like, are you serious right now?" And it was at that moment. It was like at that moment, like we knew, yeah, we picked the right factory, we picked the right blender, it's gold, right?
It is.
A cigar.
It's such a. It the brain power that you've touched, licked, smoked so much tobacco out there that just by the look or the smell or the taste that you know exactly what it's at. It's mind blowing. It's not something I could do. I could probably name just by the look and smell. Go, okay, that's what this is for half, but to watch him do it with every leaf in there, and for him to go when he cut that cigar open and he's like, okay, I understand why they use this tobacco in the filler there on this, and why they put it in this section of the filler. It's mind blowing to watch him do that, because for me, I was just like, I was a kid at the candy store. I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. Wow. And he broke it down and explained the blend out, like why that tobacco was used and why they put it in that position in the filler. Like here, he's like, oh, they do it because of this, and this, it's going to create this on that. I don't do that on mine. I don't like the taste that comes by using that tobacco in that set portion of the filler. I like to put it in this area of the filler. I'm just like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And then it really gets me thinking out there when I'm smoking a cigar, or occasionally when I get one that's like just plugged and it doesn't work, I'll cut it open and I'll start going through smoking the individual leaves just to see if I can identify what it is and get it. But occasionally I'm going and I'll smoke and I'm like, Ish talked about why he doesn't like that tobacco in that spot because it gives that taste and it reminisces with me on why I'm like I get it. I understand it. Why he puts it in this spot, not there.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight, man. I loved having you on. Thank you so much for allowing me to enjoy that cigar. It is a banger.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate
I
it.
loved it. Thank you. And of course, the new one's coming out in July, and it is a certified banger. I will tell you all that right now. So when it drops, you better grab it because I think that one's going to be another one that's going to be impossible to get.
Yeah. Yeah, we already have lounges jumping all over it. It's a great feeling. They're already ordering boxes and boxes of it, and it's awesome. Awesome.
That's awesome, man. I love it. It's great. So thank you guys for coming on. Thank you guys who hung out in the chat tonight. You guys crushed it as usual. Next week, Daniel Lance from Domain Cigars, he'll be making a return visit. If you watched the show we did last year, we spent an hour and a half just making up blends on the stream. And so I'll have to ask him if he made any cigars with those blends that we just did in our impromptu blend session, just nerding out over tobacco.
Yeah,
right.
That'd be awesome if you did.
Yeah. So we'll find out. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you to Rui, Pedro, and Val for coming on. You guys have a home here anytime, man. I love having you guys on anytime.
Thank you.
That's it. Take care. Be safe out there. Don't do anything the three of us wouldn't do, or the four of us wouldn't do, because we're sweet and innocent boys and girls. And we'll see you all. Everybody, later.